Hola estudiantes, this video is about the Capítulo 9, Paso 3 Vocabulario. This is located on page 13 of your packet. Es un robo! It's a ripoff. So this would be for something that is overpriced, something that you don't feel is worth the money that you're spending. So, es un robo. It's a ripoff. Que barato! How cheap! This is for something that you would see in a store and you think, wow, that is a really cheap price for that item. Que barato. Que caro! How expensive! This is for something that you would feel is ridiculously overpriced. And this is an actual item and price that you can find on the Nordstrom website for this item. Que ganga! What a deal! So this is for exactly when you see something that is a really good price on an item that surprises you. Que ganga. The second part of our vocabulary list talks about using an expression that we call the ones. So instead of repeating the word, you're going to replace it. So for example, in the question you have written on your vocab list, ¿Cuál de estos trajes prefieres? ¿El azul o el gris? I added in the part that's el azul or el gris. The question is meaning, which suit do you prefer? The blue one or the gray one? This is why we call it the ones. As you can see in the question example, instead of saying the word one or instead of saying the word traje again, you're writing el for each of them. El is representing the word traje in this situation. The response to that question, prefiero el azul, I prefer the blue one. Again, instead of repeating the word traje, we have replaced it with the definite article el. So in order to state the ones, use el, la, los, or las in front of the adjective instead of restating the original noun. This text box here is something that you should copy down onto your notes. It is not currently there. You would want to add it. So when we refer to the ones, this is what we're talking about. A second example. ¿Qué camisa te gusta más, la verde o la amarilla? This question is asking, what shirt do you like more, the green one or the yellow one? In this case, we used la to represent camisa. Don't forget about adjective agreement. It still applies. So that would make sure that the word amarilla agrees by having an A on the end. For the response, la verde. Además, te queda muy bien. We said the green one. Besides, it fits you very well. We know that we're talking about the shirt still because we used la, and that's referring to the gender and number of the word camisa from the previous question. The grammar point to this that we'll spend some time on is called demonstrative adjectives, or los demostrativos. You might be familiar with some of these because you saw them during our food unit in Chapter 8. Este, esta, estos, and estas are our four demonstrative adjectives meaning this or these. You'll notice that these relate to gender as well as number. When the item is singular, you're saying this. When the item is plural, you're saying these. For example, este cinturón es de cuero. This belt is made of leather. Esta camisa es muy barata. This t-shirt is very cheap. Estos pantalones son muy cómodos. These pants are very comfortable. Estas bufandas son de seda. These scarves are made of silk. As you can see, these demonstrative adjectives must agree with the word that they follow. Unlike other adjectives, they go in front of the noun, but again, still agree with the noun in gender and number. Los demostrativos, demonstrative adjectives part 2. This is how you would say the words that and those. Ese and esa mean that. Esos and esas mean those. You'll notice that these are very similar to the words on the previous slide. Ese delantal es muy feo. That apron is very ugly. Esa blusa es muy cara. That blouse is very expensive. Esos zapatos cuestan $100. Those shoes cost $100. Esas corbatas son de rayas. Those ties are striped. Again, these demonstrative adjectives go in front of the noun that they're describing, and they must agree with gender and number. The final set of demonstrative adjectives talk about items that are farther away. Aquel, aquella both mean that, but talking about something that is way far away. Aquellos and aquellas mean those, but again, meaning something that is very far away. Aquel abrigo es negro. That winter jacket is black. Aquella chaqueta es perfecta para la primavera. That jacket is perfect for spring. Aquellos calcetines son muy feos. Those socks are very ugly. And aquellas sudaderas son cómodas. Those sweatshirts are comfortable. Again, by using the words aquel, aquella, aquellos, and aquellas, you're implying that the object is far away. A way that can help you remember the majority of demonstratives that we use are the first two sets, the this and these, that and those. In order to help you remember the difference, there's a little rhyme. This and these have T's, that and those T's dispose. You see that the difference between the first slide and the second slide is that you've removed the T's from the first words to get the secondary words. So again, the little rhyme is this and these have T's, that and those T's dispose. That's also a very helpful phrase to add to your vocabulary list. At this point, you can feel free to review these notes, ask any questions to your teacher, and continue to work on your additional assignments.